Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, and I'm coming at y'all again today with a review for Ready to. I'm not Ready to Love, child. All these own shows got your boy messed up. Okay, but Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Hold on, let me change the title, child. What is going on here? Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. This dang on what do you call it? Restream? That's what I use. I know that everybody else like to use what you call it, StreamYard, but I use Restream. I just wanted to be different. There's really no reason for it to be honest, but I just wanted to try something else that everybody else wasn't using. Try to find out. If it's like a Galaxy versus like the iPhone type of stuff. Like that. Because everybody gasses one product. When other products could give you significantly more features. So just let me put the title in and we can get right into things. I apologize and I will update the timestamp when I actually start the interview. Not interview, but the start the review in the comments. Okay? Mess. All right. So what's up everybody? So Love and Marriage Huntsville was quite eye-opening to me. I kind of came to the conclusion of a lot of different things, on the contrary on what I actually thought it was. And the first thing I want to do is give an apology to Destiny Payton. I wanted to apologize because from the way it kind of seemed on the trailer and the show, plus the way I thought that she was moving from last season to this season, I thought that she was sleeping with Martell, or I thought she was entertaining sleeping with Martell, or just flirting with Martell. But when they actually showed the scene, it was not any of that. I also want to tell you, well, I honestly did believe you when it came to the UML stuff, but we'll start talking about that soon enough. But let's get into it. I'm gonna go in the order that pertains to my memory, so this might be out of order from how it happened on the show. Please understand that, friends and family. So the first thing that we see is Mel meeting up with Stormy. So Stormy is the owner, ambassador, and beauty queen that owns the Canvas beauty brand. So Melody ended up going to her factory. And must I add that the factory was beautiful. There was a lot of different things in there that I loved. Hey Harlem, how are you? That like I thought everything was put together. I was really happy to see a black woman in a place where she's running things and where she has her stuff together. Melody asked her about, well, what advice would you give me as, somebody who's trying to run a business or somebody who's doing stuff with inventory? And I love the fact that Melody asked her about that actually on the show. And I'm happy that they actually aired that because it really showed that she had some experience and expertise in being an entrepreneur. I really love that Melody gave her the space to show that side of herself and introduce her as such. And also, I'm really happy that we finally see somebody that's on Mel's level that she's friends with. Now, I'm not going to try to disrespect a lot of the women that she's been friends with in the past, but I feel that they usually weren't up on her level like that. And I also really like how Stormy is real trill. Like sis is a gangster, okay? Like I really think that she was funny. She had a conversation with Mel about, the pajama party that she was going to. Excuse me one second. Sorry, y'all. My dog just ran out of the crate, making all of this noise. I'm sorry. But what I was saying was, they had a conversation about the pajama party. She formally invites her there, Stormy says, who's all gonna be there? Like, and Melody says, my friends, all my close friends. Stormy is like, bitch, who is that? Because we all know Melody really don't have no friends like that. But she says that, Kimmy's gonna be there, Tiffany's gonna be there, and then she stops and she says that, her and Tiffany, may not see eye to eye in certain aspects of life. She says that Tiffany like hit her up, like, trying to trying to congratulate her on some things, and she was telling Tiffany, like, that sometimes the way you come across can, like, be a little bit of a turn off. And she says, like, I know. She literally said it just like this. She was like, yeah. She said this is exactly what Tiffany said. She said that Tiffany said, yeah, I know. It really, and like that bothers me. I hate that. And then but Stormy said, but bitch you are that. So I love Stormy, y'all. I know I should not. I know I shouldn't. But I really like Stormy. She funny as hell to me. like she truly gave me a giggle. She's just a down to earth hood bitch that like ended up making a come up on some skincare and some hair care and stuff like that. And I ain't got none but respect for it. So she asks, like, well, what about Destiny and Tisha? You didn't say their name. And she was like, me and Tisha, you know, on the reunion, she was saying that I messed up her marriage, that I tried to destroy her marriage. And obviously, I don't want that energy around my house. She said that I'm very particular right now who I allow in my home, and she's not going to be one of them. And then she was like, but what about Destiny? She ain't coming. And then she said Destiny was overheard saying, some negative stuff about her. Then Stormy asked a question. She was like, well, what did she say? And then Melody, like I told y'all on the first review, y'all keep on thinking that I'm full of, because I know I like it was a few team males in the comments. Like, she still has not said what that girl have said. She just said, just negative stuff, because she didn't hear no negative stuff. She said what she said, but it's all lies. She's lying. She does not like Destiny anymore, and she doesn't like the fact that Destiny is friends with Martell still. She felt like she should have turned her back on Martell when she found out that Martell was doing all the stuff that she did. But because that's not the case, she don't want to be friends with she don't want to be friends with Destiny anymore. And on top of that, I believe that she thinks that Destiny is telling her business to Martell, which she actually does later on in the episode, which I can completely understand why she doesn't trust her. But that's besides the point. Now let's move on. All right. So then we move on to the next scene. So the next scene is Tisha and Marsau in their respective, in their, I don't, it was it an office, was it like a closet? I was like, what type of place is this? And like it looked like outside, and then like the Tisha mama ended up coming in there. But before that, like they were talking about the building specifications for their new home that they want and everything else like that, because it's still not made. Tisha says that they were supposed to be in their investment property for about 12 months, but it actually turned into 30 months. Like, and they're still there. Marsau's giving all of these excuses as to why they're not moved in there. Like, Tisha, y'all want to know why y'all not moved in there? Because he doesn't have enough money to actually start building the fund, because he's giving all of it to his side bitches to shut them the hell up. That's why, allegedly. He apparently might have some kids out there. He's trying to keep these side bitches quiet. And on top of that, you want him to build a house on top of it when he's taking his hoes to South Africa? Girl, are you crazy? He ain't about to build no house when he could take his hoes to Africa, and you watch the kids in that investment property that look like, it, from the outside, I can already tell what the inside smells like. It's that bad. Y'all living completely underneath y'all means, unless y'all really not having it like that. But like I said, I think that the reason that he's not trying to start building is because he doesn't have the money to do so. Honestly, truthfully. And that's that. But Miss Wanda comes in. Y'all, listen. Now, I love somebody who's always going to be there for their child. I love somebody, who's going to maintain their child, like their child's, stuff, whatever. But I have to ask this question to Miss Wanda before I get into this. You bringing up the fact that this man might have an apartment, you bringing up the fact of all of these accusations that are against him. Why? When you know that your daughter isn't leaving, and didn't you train your daughter to stay regardless if he's cheating or not? So even if he do have an apartment, Tisha ain't going nowhere. All you doing is making her look stupid and embarrassing her on national TV. I wouldn't even I would have asked that off camera, because now not only do we think your daughter is a dumbass for letting her husband go to South Africa for some fake ass, mental health, reasons, and now, we think that this nigga also has an apartment. And then you questioning all of this, and then you have the nerve to want to ask him for money for a truck, for a food truck. What? Sis, mind your business. And Tisha, to you cannot put your mama up to doing all of your dirty work. You need to be a woman and approach your man about these rumors yourself. Don't wait for your mom to find out on the streets and ask him, and then you watch and just look at his reactions. You need to ask him for yourself. Your mom should not have more mouth in your marriage than you do. Stupid. I cannot. I really can't. You niggas make me never want to get married. I promise. I would rather have me and Michael, my dog, until the end of my day than having to deal with the shit that she dealing with. Cause a nigga would never. All right. Listen. So Marsau was like, and even if I did have an apartment, why would I tell you? I'll decide if I want to be honest or not. And Wanda's like, just please be honest. Just let us know. Like, the streets are saying this, and we just want some clarification. Now, Miss Wanda, I will admit that I did like the way that you were mature in understanding. Well, I ain't gonna say understanding, but I would say you were mature and you were soft and gentle with the way that you handled this. Like, I'm gonna assume that you only did it like that because you want some money out of this man. But then on top of that, he's up there talking to Tisha, talking about, we just make investments now, when talking about the food truck. And Tisha's like, yeah, but we talked about it and everything else. My thing is this. So we could go to South Africa by ourselves. Go out there for 2 days, not speak to your fucking How long was you out there anyway? We cannot speak to our wives and all of that stuff. But you were still texting other bitches on Instagram, DMing other bitches on Instagram, because they're already posting your fucking screenshots. So somebody has some motherfucking service. I know there's Wi-Fi in Africa if there ain't no cell phone bars. But I guess you don't even need to think about that type of stuff, because Tisha don't give a fuck. She's gonna continue to let you disrespect her like a dumb bitch. But that's besides the point. Back to you, Wanda. Like, I don't think that was a smart idea for you to try to come at him like this and also ask for the money. And I don't even know why the hell he feels that he even has the right to even question money going into another fucking account when we're still in an investment property. So obviously we're motherfucking saving money. And then on top of that, you're taking trips to Africa without your kids and your wife. But you don't want my mama to get an investment property? I'm trying to tell y'all, I do not like Martell. But I will admit he was funny as shit, like roasting, and playing in Miss Wanda face. I like that little banter back and forth. It's really funny to me. I'm not gonna hold you, but let's move forward. So now we're at Melody's. No, actually, I'm gonna go here first. So we flash to a scene with Martell, and he's in some type of what, and I'm like, what type of are these kiosk studios? Like, what the hell are you taking these photos at? This looks like somebody's gas station corner store. I was like, what is this? And he's taking these photos for his whatchamacallit. And y'all, tell me why he then told his manager to walk up to him and make it seem like he is so busy. The manager walks up to him, be like, we real busy, right? We got the book, we got the meetings, we got the appointments, we have this, we have that, we have this, we have that. I was like, sis, no, I was like, stop trying it. He's not that busy. Besides his calendar, ain't nobody calling a book in Martell on anything at all. Let's stop it. What he got going on that he even needs a manager? But like she's saying that he has all of this type of stuff that's going on, and I was like, yeah, I wonder how much he told. I wonder how many times he told her to tell him that, before the scene started. But then they have to give him some baby oil, rub it up. He's up there like, but I like my suits. His manager was like, but we tired of the suits. I was like, sis, you tired of the suits. I like his suits. I like his suits. I like him way more with clothes on than I like him with clothes off. I don't. It's just something that seems really thirsty and OnlyFans-ish about that. I was like, at this point, Martell, you should make an OnlyFans if you really doing this. If you really want to smut yourself out, just commit to the whole thing. You and your side piece, make yourselves an OnlyFans. You'll start getting your money back. Period. But that's besides the point. So he said, like, does anybody have some baby oil? He know damn well don't nobody in there have no damn baby oil. Why would the photographer have baby oil for you, Martell? And why would your manager, what's she gonna do? Just pull baby oil out her titty? Like why would you think this lady has baby oil? So he says, out of all people, Destiny, he calls Destiny down. Destiny says, like, what's up, Martell? How you doing? He says, like, hey, sis, I'm just here at my photo shoot, trying to make sure, like, make sure that I'm real oiled up. So can you give me some baby oil? Can you bring some here? She says she reluctantly brings the baby oil, and she gets there, y'all. Now, when she gets there, I'm going to note this. Martell was flirting with her. Martell was trying to bait her into flirting. Now, I don't know if they flirt off camera. I don't know if that's like a thing that they do. Michael, get your ass in the crate and quit playing with me. You got me cussing at you. These motherfuckers gonna call Peter. Anyway, like I was saying, he was flirting with her and she was like, sir, what are you doing? And he jokes like, don't nobody want you, Destiny. What you think? I'm just trying to get the baby oil. Like you are so dirty, so disgusting, Martell. Not only are you gonna have a baby with another bitch on your wife, but then you're gonna try to flirt with your wife's ex best friend or friend, whatever. You're gonna try to do all of that on camera, but Destiny's a smart ass bitch, so she's not gonna allow him to flirt with her on camera. She shut that shit down right then and there. And and she kind of looks a little bit disgusted at how low he's taking himself to basically wearing male lingerie and rose petals on his balls, to sell calendars and shit. Talking about 12 months of Martell. Bitch, don't nobody want no 12 months of Martell. 12 months of cheating, 12 months of lies, 12 months of outside babies, booty eating of a side chick. We want 12 months of that. 12 months of that. I can't. I return the sender, please. I like if you couldn't even sneak one of them motherfucking calendars in my Walmart bag on the way out. I would have to look through that shit, be like, excuse me, sir, I did not order this. It's free. Oh, well, you can here you go. I don't want it. Try to recycle that paper. The environment is important. That's the type of shit I'd say. I would not want 12 months of Martell in any type of way, y'all. Listen. But moving on from that situation. Now they're talking about, Melody. And this is why I have to say, Destiny, this is why she don't want to be your motherfucking friend anyway. Because you sitting here and you talking to her about a person who's literally going around the world telling this lady telling everybody who listen that he was cheating, she was cheating, how terrible of a person she is, how she's a liar, a bad mom, and you're gonna sit here and tell this same man who almost jumped on Melody looked like twice last season. You're gonna tell this woman, and I'm talking about Martell. You're gonna tell this woman, Martell, all the Melody in yours business. Why did you even feel the need to talk to him about that? Him and Melody aren't friends. They're not on cool accords. You had no right to talk to this man about his ex-wife, especially when you want to be best friends with that ex-wife. You a low down dirty shame, Destiny. You a motherfucking clown. And that motherfucking fur coat was tacky as hell. I don't know where the hell you came from, sis, but I know damn well you better not be dressed in Madani like that. Like, who just walking around a beauty store with a mink fur coat on? Like what's going on? Did like had like were you already in the car and he just called you out for the scene? Like what's going on, sis? Like why did you just get called from Madani and you wearing a whole full like fur full coat? Like I was so confused by that, y'all. But that it's besides me at this point. So now we're gonna move on to the party, to the pajama party. We look at the pajama party, and Melody has got her house set up looking nice. It looks so amazing. Like it's like little teepees, little tents, and all of that shit up out there. Like it's beautiful. Like she has that shit set up. And Melody's in the confessional. She was like, "Oh my god, like I'm so happy, that I'm gonna be here, doing this thing with my friends, and I just can't wait to see all the pictures because like it really looked good up in there." And she's like, all the ladies start to show up, and Melody starts doing that fake bullshit, like, "Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, you look so cute! I was like, ugh. I cannot stand when she does that shit. I cannot. It really like it's like fingernails clawing at a chalkboard for me. I was like, ugh. And she was like, and like she was doing it for every single person that entered. Stormy came, Kimmy came, Tiffany came, you know, bitches who we didn't know was starting to come in, pour into the house. And then, out of nowhere, y'all, somebody comes in dressed like she just came from her janitor job at somebody's like, elementary school. And it looks to be Tisha cousin Kiki. And I was like, Kiki. I was like, not Kiki. I was like, not Kiki, what you doing here? So anyway, Kiki goes and get dressed in the back because Mel went and bought her black pajamas and then, allowed her to change in the house. And I was like, ooh, Melody, you a fake ass bitch. I was like, you do not like this lady enough to be like to be buying her these pajamas and stuff like that. Like you do not like this lady. And I know Melody was probably like, now say what we rehearsed off camera, okay? When I ask these questions. Here your black pajamas, bitch. Like, just make sure you say what you need to say. I don't want to have to get crazy up in here. I guarantee you, Melody off camera is a whole fucking goon. Ain't like, look, Martell already said Melody can get real buck off camera. And then, her Stormy ain't no soft bitch. And I don't really see Stormy hanging out, with fake ass bitches. Some tell me, Mel turns it on for the camera. But outside of that, let's get to it. So Tiffany takes Kimmy to the side. And because she wants to try to see where her and Kimmy's at. And then, she says, hey, I just wanted, to touch bases with you and like, really see, where we at because you kind of came hard at me at the reunion. And then Kimmy's going to start doing this bullshit like, me? Come hard? What? What are you talking about? Like me? Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't anybody else? It was me? Like knowing damn well it was her. And then Tiffany says, you said, I got fired from the Chamber of Commerce. And, I just want to allow you to know whoever told you that. And she looked at her face to try to see, if Kimmy would be open to telling her. And Kimmy's looking like, bitch, you ain't getting no information out of me, but go on. And she was like, I didn't get fired from there. I quit like 5 years ago to start my own business. I like that's not the case. Like me and them ended amicably. It might say that, but I quit before anybody got fired. I did not get fired. And then Kimmy's basically like, I understand that, but I don't want you to think it was just me coming at you hard. He asked the question out to everybody and I just answered it. He just looked towards my way and just answered it. I was like, well, he looked towards your way because you were making such animated remarks about how you knew stuff that they didn't talk about on camera. So that's why when we asked, did anybody know information about them that wasn't brought up on camera, Kimmy was like, yes, yes, I did. Yes, I do. So he looked at you. You wanted to tell that information. You wanted to. So, but she was like, it only regarded around the transparency topic, around the topic of transparency, when you were talking about that. But I just want you to know that it's no issues between me and you. Me and you are good. And just like the manipulative asshole that she is, here, like, here she is manipulating Tiffany because we really know that she still don't fuck with Tiffany like that. But Tiffany's like, one thing I know is that when Kimmy says it, it's real. When she says that we're good, so I believe that we're good. Skip forward 2 minutes later, she getting your ass read up, all up and through by Stormy. But that's besides the point. So Stormy comes over here and be like, "Hey, y'all, what y'all talking about?" And Tiffany was like, "Oh yeah, me and Kimmy were talking about the Chamber of Commerce and things of that nature." And then Stormy was like, "Oh, you still work there?" Like, Stormy, we already established last season that she don't work there. get your ass, on somewhere, literally. And then, here come Melody is like, "What y'all talking about?" She tiptoes like, "So what y'all doing? What y'all talking about?" Takes a seat, and basically Tiffany starts basically saying, like, that's like saying, like, I haven't went to the same school that I was at, when I was 12. Now I'm paraphrasing. She may not have actually said it like that, but she said something along those lines. Now, um, she's like, so she gets smart, and then this is what Kimmy says. Kimmy said, "Oh, you getting smart, huh?" And then Stormy says, "Don't do that. Don't do that. We was just talking. It was going good. You ain't had to do that shit. Like, don't do that. Like, don't play with me. Like, don't play with me." Here, and it almost looks like the identical scene from, y'all remember when Destiny and Tiffany got into it at the like at the I think it was like at a bar or at a restaurant last season, and Destiny was like, "Oh, you trying to be shady? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me." I was like, yikes. And then, Melody was like, "Well, how about we all just go get a drink?" And, Stormy looked at her like, "Yeah, Beach, because you need one, Beach." Like, it was just too much. Stormy, I like you, sis, but like, take it down a little bit. I feel like you definitely overreacted when it came to her. And it's so funny, and it's so funny how Tiffany was looking at Melody after Stormy was cussing her out, like, "Oh, you gonna allow her to do this to me? You gonna allow her to come at me like this?" Yeah, the fuck she is. Just the same way she allowed you to disrespect Destiny last year. Same way. Sis, ain't ain't no friendship big. You come on for a season, and then you the enemy the next season. You don't see the cycle, sis? Of course. You're gonna get cussed out too. So now we're all at the kitchen table, or like, I think at the kitchen counter. And, Stormy walks up to Kimmy and she says, "Kimmy, I really hate that Marsau put that picture out there like that. Like, cause I really like you. I really like you, Kimmy. And that shit really hurt my feeling, bro. Like, I really felt bad for you. I just wanted to go fight on your behalf." And, like, Kimmy's like, And then, other people start to come. Melody comes over, and she asks that same, "What you talking about? What y'all over here talking about?" Like, it's almost like Stormy comes up, starts the conversation, and then Melody comes to try to get it expounded. And then, Kiki's there too in this scene. So, Melody's up there like, it's real messed up, what he did, and all this other shit, and do you think that he cheated? And Kimmy's like, do I think they went out to Atlanta to cheat? Absolutely not. Would I be surprised if it came to terms that Marsau might have cheated? No, I wouldn't be surprised. But see how she said Marsau, but not like, Marsau and Maurice, like they wasn't there together. So you think it was, so you think, wait, I just want to hear your logic, Kimmy. Listen, you telling me that you think that it's a possibility that Martell had his side bitch in the house, banging her up and everything else, and then, Marsau had his side piece with doing whatever they may do, and everybody was all by themselves, doing their things except for Maurice. Did you think like he was just around the house and, baking cookies? Like, like, what did you think he was doing when everybody else was like hanging out with their side bitches, trying to be the good force that leads them in the right way, like he said in the reunion? I'm gonna let you know that all of that is a crock of shit, and you really need to take You really need to take heed to what Melody said when you can't be trusting. Like you have to keep your eye open. Even if you want to believe it this time, keep your eyes open because they laugh and key and make it seem like all of this is a joke when everybody knows some shit. Like when all of this shit is real. And Melody would know firsthand because all of y'all was laughing and kikiing in her face, knowing that her nigga was fucking other bitches, but y'all failed to tell her. So she knows exactly what it looked like when people are laughing and playing in your face, but really plotting your demise. But anyway, let's move on. So now, like, Melody goes to say, and having Marsau and Tisha had like problems and stuff like that. And this is where I was highly offended, on Tisha's behalf. Like, you didn't invite Tisha here, you invited her cousin here, and now you're asking her cousins questions about about her marriage. like like Melody, like you a spiteful ass chick. Like, like, come on, sis. You doing this to be spiteful and to get back at her. Like, it was no reason for you to ask that lady's cousin about her personal business. And Kiki, I don't care what the fucking reason was. I don't care if you was trying to be as a defense mechanism towards Tisha, if you were trying to speak against Tisha, or if you were trying to speak on Tisha's behalf. You had no motherfucking right to mention any of Tisha's business in front of people that she's not cool with as a family member. See, and that's why I don't fuck with my own family. That is because that it's full of motherfucking kikis. Try to play in your motherfucking face when they're actually plotting on your demise, talking about your business to your enemy. So you was dead ass wrong for that. Like that shit was whack as fuck. Like, sis, if now when Tisha comes and eat your ass up, don't say anything at all. And then Kimmy's in the confessional. She says, well, if we, if Tisha couldn't be here, then why are we all talking about her? And I was like, exactly. And they talking about it's in regards to the picture, but I was like, how is it in regards to the picture when it seems that we're talking about Tisha more than we're talking about Marsau? And Melody's asking all these questions, and then Kiki dumbass is sitting here confirming, and then Melody's like, exactly. Like, Melody, you're proving a point. What I think is that Melody is trying to say that me bringing up the mistress on my live is it wasn't destroying your marriage because there was already talks about you having infidelity in your marriage anyway. Your cousin just confirmed it. See, that's what you wanted to do. But Melody, you still was dead ass wrong for having the mistress on your motherfucking live doing the shit that you were doing. And you did try to make it seem that you knew some stuff that about her marriage. Now, do I think that you was out here plotting her demise for her marriage, that you tried to destroy her marriage? No. But I think that you wanted to let everybody know that you wasn't the only bitch that's being cheated on. I think that's what you wanted to do. So, and then when Tisha threw it in your face, that your man has these matching BMWs, you decided to be, vengeful about it because Melody is not the type of bitch. She's not the type of bitch to I guess to come out and just say how she feels or to come at you aggressively. She'll plot and scheme on how to affect you mentally, in the long run. I believe that now looking back last season that she brought on Tiffany just to piss off Destiny because she didn't like how Destiny was sitting there being, cool with Martell still. I believe that's the case now. Like Melody is really baby. Melody is out here moving flaw as fuck, but the girl's gonna still eat her up because she's classy based, but she's still trifling as hell. Maybe I'm the only one that's seeing it, but sis out here got a lot of problems and she needs a lot of help. But y'all, that's really it for the review today. I don't really have much to say. I think I went a little bit faster than I anticipated. I'm not gonna talk about Kimmy and Maurice talking to Kimmy's grown ass son about those pictures because I don't care, and that's that. I love everybody. I hope y'all Have a good night. Much love and much peace. It's been real, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay, love y'all.